You're tuning in to Dream Team Unfiltered, where truth has a voice, healing has a home, and we don't just survive, we rise. I'm your host, DeZengo, bold by birth, refined by fire, and finally free to speak it like it is. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement for the misfits, the warriors, the overcomers, for the ones who kept going even when nobody clapped. So grab your coffee, your courage, and your calling, because it's time to get unfiltered. Hello, hello, and welcome. It's Tuesday. We made it. Yes, we did. And I'm going to be honest, I have been so busy working outside that I feel like I've missed a lot in the last few days, but it happens. You got to take care of business. So, this is deZengo, and welcome back to Dream Team Unfiltered, where we do get real, we get raw, and we get free of what is holding us from our true potential. And I'll be honest with you, during this time frame that I've been outside working, pulling weeds the old-fashioned way, because I couldn't afford the weed killer. If I had to spray everything, it sort of got out of control. I think I spent a little bit too much time on TikTok this spring into summer, and once it got out of control, it's a beast getting back. So I will say that I have missed everyone, but I really do enjoy being outside. I can't say that bending over pulling weeds is my first choice, but I will say that it had to be done, and I got a lot done. So I'll say we're making progress. All right, so today I wanted to talk about two things that were on my mind, because I am about as real as it gets. And I'm very, very sensitive to fluctuations in energy, to people's behaviors. I just, it's like I watch everything. I don't even mean to, I just do. And with that being said, the last few days, everything has felt really out of whack. My computer is giving me all kinds of havoc, which is stressful. I've done troubleshooting, and I've got a lot of the issues under control. We had a computer that wouldn't recognize a monitor, so I got that taken care of. We had other issues. Now we've got missing files and just, a lot of fun stuff. So I spent 2 days in between working outside, pulling weeds, and working in the garden. And then I would come in and try to work on the computer and troubleshoot, look for missing files, check your trash can, all that stuff. And it's like they're gone. I don't know. So we started over this morning, pretty early. This morning has been dedicated, excuse me, to creating my logos again. I've had to start. I mean, again, it's kind of crazy. About 6 months worth of work just disappeared. I can't explain it. I'm not going to bother to try. I was frustrated. I was upset, and then I went outside and worked, and that helped. And this morning, I was told to be thankful and to always stay humble. I know sometimes I can get on my on my metaphorical matchbox, and it is definitely easy to point fingers and say like, well, they did this and they did that and they deserve me blocking them or whatever, right? Which I think, they do. But I started thinking about how sad a person or a group of people would have to be with their own life to even want to destroy someone else's, whether it be for financial gain or just for the purposes of humiliating them. I mean, so I started feeling bad for the other people. An ex-husband. Um, Again, we've gone through the list of people that have truly went out of their way, above and beyond, even gold star kind of abuse. So, with that being said, you start with your family and you work outward. My family was my biggest abusers. And I've been speaking out. I don't think people like it when you speak out. I know the videos that I do on narcissism, I know they don't get any views, but I'm not pushing my stuff right now because I just don't care. Again, it goes back to I'm out here to heal, which I'm doing, and hopefully use my story to help other people heal, which again, I hope I'm doing. If I'm not, I'm going to pray that God directs me and he'll help me do better. But that's where we're at. So today, let's talk about the two things that are going to get you through life when other things fail. It's going to be humility and gratitude. And I would keep those two very, very close to your heart because, baby, that is the secret sauce to happiness. It really is. And it's the key to real success, the kind that is going to last, is staying humble and staying thankful. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had seasons where I've lost everything. People, family, friends, husband, people that you think love you, that have, it's all just words, but you believe it. I've had opportunities stolen. I've had my peace just literally stomped on. And I did sit in silence and I would ask God, why? Why? Why me? And I'm at the point where I talk very real to God. I would say, I'm not Job. I'm going to fail. And with that being said, that never feels good, right? So why? Why would you put me in a home of people that don't love me? Or want me? Or treat me with any kind of kindness? Why would you even give me children that are so disrespectful and that when they grow up, they can talk to me in ways that are very belittling and humiliating and disrespectful? And it's like, okay, so I'm setting boundaries, but why would they even feel the need to talk down to their mother and belittle their mother? Or why would a husband? Why would a brother? So, again, that's been my focus for the last little bit, was about the things that had happened. And again, I had a narcissist do a little trigger for me. So I went off into, creating a whole play deck, which was amazing, and a game of life, which is also amazing. And hopefully it uses humor, a whole lot of sarcasm, because I got plenty. And and again, I'm not a coddler. I think I've mentioned that before. I don't see that God put me here to, to wipe noses or to wipe heinies or things of that nature. Again, it's not that I wouldn't. It's not that I'm beyond doing that if that's what is truly needed. But I feel like what is needed is a lot of people need a dose of reality. They need a dose of, we're getting close. I mean, look at the Bible. Look at what's going on in the world. Look at the two of them. See where they overlap. See where things get a little murky, and you're just like, are we in the end times? Even the non-religious sect of our society says that that they said when the clock strikes 12, the doomsday clock. Probably heard of that. Are we seconds away now? I mean, not trying to be an alarmist. I'm just saying you've kept up with Israel, the whole war. Again, I'm not here to judge. That's between them and God. I know these other people have it in their mind that their goal is to destroy Israel. Again, God has a plan. I mean, this is part of the plan. And that line of people who are so against Israel, Jacob's line, would be, I believe, you can double check me, but I believe this is going to be from the line of Ishmael. So when you make a baby out of God's will and you think that you know more than God, and that didn't work out well. I'm just saying, they because of this, again, another sin where a woman thought she knew better than God. And I'm a woman. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But we do often think that we know more than God. We definitely feel like we know more than most men. Why? I mean, because it's true. I think because men sometimes get distracted. It's hard to have a good life when you're trying to live between your two heads, and the one head seems to be more vocal for you, and that's what you follow. So I guess it kind of makes sense. But that doesn't make us better. We've got that whole Jezebel spirit going on. We've got the whole, we sin first. We have to carry that one to the grave. That's a bonus. All right. So in those times that I would ask God, why? Why me? What is this about? And sometimes he strips the noise away and he lets you hear his voice. And sometimes it says, I'm not punishing you, I'm positioning you. That's Philippians chapter 4, verses 12 and 13. I know what it is to be in need. And I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation, and I can do all this through him that gives me strength. So that's what we need to stay focused on. Again, it's not about, how much money we make, which that's never been my motivator. Mine has always been searching for love. I want to be loved. I want to be accepted, and I want to be seen. But even that, I understand now, is not the end all be all. It is, oh my gosh, hold on one second. Alrighty. We had a kitty talking, and I told her she was not talking at a good time. So that part, learned the secret. That's what I'm talking about. The secret is you win by letting go. You have to let go and you have to let God. And if you can comprehend, you rise by kneeling, right? You receive more when you're grateful than what you already have. So today I wasn't very grateful. I was I was annoyed, maybe at myself. Maybe I've got someone on my computer. It's very, very possible. And don't ask me to tell you how to do it. I would have to refer you to an ex-husband who knows how to do it, and his wife. But what I can say is I know what's possible. And I know when my computer doesn't act right. I know I don't go to bad sites. So with all that being said, I'm very aware when things are different and things shift. So I wasn't feeling very grateful today, and that is exactly why I knew that I had to give. I had to give thanks today. And I did it yesterday too while I was pulling weeds. I had music on, and I was giving thanks and praying and just realizing again, I woke up. I'm not promised another day, not even one. Neither are you. But I do have these health issues that make me very aware every day that if I do wake up, it's a bonus. So, grateful goes a long way. And I'll say this, humility doesn't mean that you think less of yourself. It really doesn't. It means that you know that your power, that your talent, that anything that you have that is good, it came from God. It came from above. And even if you say, well, I'm the one that went to school and got the degree, God gave you the brain. You used it. God provided it. So God's in control. And I think being grateful and staying humble is the easiest way for Him to continue to work with us. And I know for me, even right now, I didn't make it here alone. God carried me. Sometimes He drugged me. Sometimes He covered me. And He gave me the grace that I didn't deserve. That is power. Power. All right. Now, have you ever met someone who had everything on the outside? They look good. They got a good job. They got maybe a good spouse. But they have no peace. They have no joy. I have. I really, really have. All the money, the likes, attention, all that. The stuff that the world has to give us. Look, I have an ego. I get, I'm like, oh, how come my video only got like 5 likes and 3 of those were my own and my family? What is going on? You can't do it. You can't compare yourself to anyone else, and you can't let the world take your joy. You can't even give it the option. It has no control to do that unless we give it to it. So if your heart is full of pride and your soul is starving, let's go to Proverbs 22:4. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor in life. So you want to win. You want to win the game of life? You've got to start with reverence. You've got to start with respect and with gratitude every day. That's the best place to begin. And honestly, when I say every day, I don't mean the good days because, like I've said, the last few days that I've had, they've not been good days. No bueno. No bueno good day. But those are the days that we're told if we can just push through and get to the worship, get to the praise, we'll be rewarded for our faithfulness and our trust. So when you've got food in the fridge, you say thank you. When your bills are paid and when they're late, you say thank you. Because the gratitude keeps your spirit open even when the world tries to close you off. So I'm going to say this loud, metaphorically, for the folks in the back, okay? You don't have to be seen to be successful, okay? You don't have to be praised to be powerful. You don't have to be loud to be a legend. You just have to be rooted in truth, grounded in humility, and lit up with gratitude. And if you're still standing after everything you've been through, you are a warrior. That's victory. That is a win. If you can still love after being hurt, that's a miracle. That's hard. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just have to be faithful. Stay thankful. Stay teachable. Let's go to James chapter 4, verse 10. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. He will. He will. In due season, when the time is right, when your heart is right. So that's my heart for today. This is episode 7. If it touched you, go ahead and whisper a quiet thank you to God right now, wherever you're at. And remember, you're not behind. You're not late. You're being prepared for the good stuff. Let God build you in the hidden spaces, because when he brings you out, you'll have a character to carry the crown. All right, this is Dream Team Unfiltered. I'm your girl, deZengo, bold by birth, refined by fire, and walking in grace every single day. Until the next time, keep it raw, keep it real, and keep it redeemed. Whoop, whoop. I love you guys. I hope that everyone has had a great day. Let's see. Let me go ahead and post something in here to the TikTok. All right. So, I love you. Actually, let's end it with prayer. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your word. We thank you for your children who are out there, who are every day going through battles. And Father, you know our heart and you know what we need better than we know ourselves. So I plead for all my brothers and sisters right now, Lord, the ones that are going through financial or physical, mental struggles, the ones who feel alone, because I've certainly been there. I feel alone a lot. And then I always am reminded that with you, I have an abundance. So, Father, let everyone feel the abundance that they have with you at the helm of our life. And politics, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to say I feel like every day is one day closer to you coming. So praise the name of Jesus. We look forward to seeing you. And please, like for my own family and for the people in my life that don't know you, you know the ones that I'm speaking of. Please, Lord, work on their hearts. I may be hurt by the things they've done to me, but they're your children. And Father, I know that you would want them in heaven as well. So we ask this by your Son, Jesus, his blood, and that power in his name. Amen. All right, folks. Love you guys. Talking to you later. Again, I always say I'll come back, but then I never really have time. So it's just one of those things. What do you do? It's like I'm trying, I'm living my dream, and that includes working outside. So have a good one. We will talk to you.